Hello everyone, my name is Jimna Reddy and I'm a CSC data science student at Iare, Hyderabad. In this video, I'm going to explain about the Bitcoin mines of China. Blockchain world. The dusty sunlit land surrounding Ordos, a city in China's Inner Mongolia, sits one of the world's largest Bitcoin mines, encircled by coal-fired power plants, rare earth mineral extraction sites, and the skeletal remains of abandoned, half-constructed housing complexes. The main technology is Bitcoin mine is evidence of a new economic boom in the area. Every 10 minutes, a new block of data is added to the Bitcoin blockchain, the accounting ledger that records every transaction made with the currency. And every 10 minutes, a shiny new catch of Bitcoins is deposited in the digital pocket of the person whose computer added the most recent block. Miners compete for the right to add new blocks by running a single calculation, the SHA-256 hash function, over and over as fast as they can. This essentially enters them into a lottery with all other miners on the network. The rewards of this lottery now amount to over US $8 million worth of Bitcoin every day. Half of this go to miners in China, who's, who own a majority of the hashing power on the Bitcoin network. According to a new study by University of Cambridge researchers, their proximity to manufacturers of specialized hardware and their access to cheap land and cheap electricity make Chinese miners the natural beneficiaries of the Bitcoin system, which rewards efficiency and hustle above all else. And in addition, to its huge mining assets, Bitmain also happens to be the world's largest supplier of Bitcoin mining ASICs, integrated circuits that are specifically customized for the task of unearthing new Bitcoins. With 21,000 machines collectively computing approximately 250,000 million trillion hashes per second, Bitmain controls nearly 4% of the computing power of the Bitcoin network from the orders mine alone. Speed installation. The faster the machines are plugged in, the sooner they are begin gulping down electricity and turning it into money. Racks of Bitcoin mining rigs run the length of 7 warehouses at Bitmain's Orders facility, which is a constant state of upgrade. Compact power. At Orders, Bitmain has installed at its most sophisticated mining rigs and miner S9s. Each houses 189 ASICs customized to run the SHA-256 hashing algorithm. A single machine can compute between 11.5 trillion and 14 trillion hashes every second, according to company estimates. Haste makes money. A tangle of networking cables is evidence that the building was constructed and the equipment installed at breakneck speeds. Hash conditions. Inner Mongolia has some of the cheapest electricity prices in the world. 4 years cents per kilowatt per hour, a government reduced rate, which is the primary reason miners are setting up shop here. But it comes with a trade-off. The climate outside Bitmain's warehouses can be brutal, especially in the summer. Engineered for endurance. Bitmain's mining machines have been engineered to tolerate extreme temperatures and fluctuating environmental conditions. Our miners are operating in both hot and cold climates and sometimes in cheap data centers without temperature control, says Peter Holm, director of integrated circuit design at Bitmain. One of the important jobs of the controller is to manage the fan speed, voltage, and frequency of each ASIC during startup and in the presence of ambient temperature variation. The firmware algorithms for this are very carefully tuned. Still, the machines must be protected as much as possible from outdoors heat and dust. Breathing. Each wardrobe is swathed in a finite netting above and top to keep the pollen and dust from getting inside. Windows have been removed from one full side of warehouse and replaced with desert fans, panels of twisted metal that get dosed with water from a pipe running along the top. As air enters the warehouse through these desert fans, the water evaporates and cools the interior. Heat shields. The layout of the mining racks is being reconfigured to maintain a cool side and a hot side. The machines are set upon a single track of traverses the entire length of warehouse. The fans are aligned to shoot hot air out behind the machines into the hot side of the warehouse, and a barrier is set up to keep the air from circulating back. On the hot side of the warehouse, industrial fans blow air back out into the courtyard. Temperatures on the side exceed 40 degrees, that is 104 degrees Fahrenheit. The cost of downtime. Despite the effort put in to protecting the ASICs from dust and heat, ASICs inevitably break down while they are learning out their digital look. With the current price of the Bitcoin, it was trading about US $4,600 as this article went to print. Each Antminer S9 rig earns the owners around $18 per day. When the full fleet is up and running and Bitcoin prices are above $4,000, the orders might make at least $300,000 per day. But every time a machine fails, the number falls slightly. Something's wrong. The software monitors the operating status of the thousands of mining rigs and alerts workers when one has failed. The machines themselves also report when they have failing with a red indicator light. Once the rig is extracted, the workers test the ASICs that perform the critical hash calculations, searching for duds. Fix it. In the repair shop, workers manually tend to broken rigs, fixing fans and replacing chips at each workstation. Scavenged jobs caps are filled with new ASICs ready to be glued into place. Workers remove heat sinks from circuit boards and replace any failed chips. So here is the home sweet repair shop. One building on the grounds houses a lunchroom, operation center, repair shop, and dormitory. A few dozen employees run the entire facility. The jobs include scanning the racks for malfunctioning machines, clearing the cooling fans, fixing broken rigs, and installing upgraded machines. Many of the employees are recent engineering graduates from the local university. Thank you.